Welcome to the Nerd Party.
Hello, I'm Charlene Schmidt.
I'm Patrick Schmidt.
We just watched The Fall of Centauri Prime. This is episode 18, season 5 of Babylon 5. Time to babble for 5. Previously on Babble for 5. War! Pew pew pew! Pew 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 pew!
Bang, explosion, aliens. So here we are. The Centauri War, as it's been called.
Okay, yes, is over, it's done.
Yeah, the end.
Yeah, but in the wake of all of this, wow, okay, we got a lot of things to talk about, but let's maybe stick on Centauri Prime.
Sure.
This is where we say goodbye to Londo, as we knew him.
Yeah, and he will die in 17 years.
In a chokehold with G'Kar.
Yes, we know that, but at the same time, yeah, he is no longer himself.
Yeah, not as long as he's got that keeper.
Right. He just needs to, as we know, keep getting drunk all the time.
Alcohol, it's always the cure.
Yeah.
Londo and G'Kar having their final moment.
Yeah.
Intense.
Sure.
When you think about where these guys started and where they ended up, wow.
Yeah.
What a journey.
Yeah, and absolutely they started as the bickering odd couple, and they ended up as two of the more people to feel compassionate about.
Interestingly enough, yes, and mutual respect between the two of them, despite everything that has happened.
Yeah, they found a way to put all of that aside because they saw it was better to work together than not.
Yeah, on an individual basis at the very least, there is mutual, I don't know if admiration is going too far, but there's certainly respect.
Sure.
There. As G'Kar put it, he can't forgive the Centauri people, but he can forgive Londo. And that's saying a lot considering what Londo has done.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, I always get a little misty-eyed when I see that scene between the two of them, and then when there's the recap of all of Londo's moments, realizing that he's no longer going to be himself, and this is it.
Yeah.
And that happens, that changes quick. Mm-hmm. And then descending into the loneliness of the throne. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Londo.
Yep, that's going to be his life, and he is going to hate every minute of it.
He really is, and feels he has absolutely no choice in the matter.
You know, that ends up being the problem, is that he doesn't have a choice. There is no way out of it, and not immediately know.
I don't know what you do. I mean, the Drakh have essentially taken on the same kind of cause as Byron and his telepaths, right? They were looking for a new homeworld. Well, the telepaths are searching for their world. The Drakh have just decided to take Centauri Prime.
You know what? The Drakh and the telepaths need to hook up and share Centauri Prime. There'd be no problems with that whatsoever.
Oh, no. No, not whatsoever. Yeah. Wow, talk about obliterating each other.
Yeah.
It would be really interesting to watch how that would go down.
I don't think it's going to happen, but...
There would be no survivors, though.
No.
Not one.
Let's transition now to the moment between Lennier and Delenn. I just want to read the notes I took.
Please.
Delenn and Lennier, OMG, WTF, yuck.
In my notes, it says that Delenn pulled a Star Wars. So,
yes.
We're both pretty spot on here, yes?
Yes.
Were you ever expecting this to happen?
Delenn already knew. And had led Lennier on for a millennia. I'm not surprised at all that he said something when he thought he was on his deathbed.
Sure. You're not going to have a chance otherwise, right?
Right.
Now, how did you feel about Delenn trying to play it off and maybe preserve his dignity somewhat?
I mean, that's what Minbari do. They save face, and it very much like the Centauri in that way. Save face. And they just go back now to avoiding it, which is dysfunctional in and of itself.
Is she acting a little too oblivious?
She's not oblivious. She's purposefully obtuse.
Okay.
Like, she knows it's happening and is choosing to ignore it.
That's true. There is a difference.
Yeah.
And when you say the quiet part out loud, there is no more denying. So, what do you think happens with these two from here?
The same. The status quo. Nothing changes. Saying it out loud doesn't necessarily change the circumstances.
And so it doesn't go away, it doesn't change at all, it doesn't affect the relationship.
No, because it's nothing that either one of them didn't already know.
Interesting. Okay.
Small note in this episode, once again, ever since Lise has been there, Garibaldi has had control of his drinking.
Yes, and it might look on the outside like he does have everything under control. I sadly cannot believe that.
Yeah, and where is it going to go wrong? That's a scary, scary thought.
With that said, as we inch our way a little closer to the end of Season 5, oh my gosh, there's not much left.
No, we are closing in on the end, and
oh my god,
thank you for being here for it, and I hope you'll stick around for these last few episodes.
Absolutely, and of course, when we do get done, we'll do a live show, and boy, do we have a lot to discuss.
Yeah, absolutely, and in the meantime, throw a like on this video, even if you don't like what we had to say today. Throw a like on the fact that we're almost done with Season 5.
Right? And if you do disagree with things that we've said, that's okay. Let's constructively discuss it in the comments. Of course, remaining spoiler-free for what is left of the season, just because it is your first time seeing it.
Yeah, absolutely. And appreciate all your support and your thoughts and your comments and your ideas. It's been really, really great to have you be a part of this with me.
Absolutely. Thanks so much for coming along with the journey, and off we march to the next one.
Yeah, till next week, guys.